Have you ever seen these types of videos? The ones where players bait counters like this.
Hold up. Bruh.
And you wonder, how do they do it so easily? Well, today I'm going to show you exactly how to bait counters in the strongest battlegrounds, step by step, so you can do this too. First step, of course, the most important step. You actually need to find a player using Garu or Blade Master. I mean, how are you going to bait a counter if they don't even have one?
Mission failed. We'll get 'em next time.
Based on my experience, I'd split counter users into 3 types. Each one has their own habits, and if you understand them, you can bait them easily. First up, we've got the Panicker. These guys only use counter when they're low HP because, well, panic. And this guy will be the Panicker. As you can see here, I'm trying to bait him, but it's useless. You guys can see, he start to use counter right after he low on health. And this guy is the example of a panicker based on my experience. Next, we have the unpredictable. These guys don't counter in panic or spam it in combos. Instead, they just press it whenever they feel like it. And here is our victim. As you guys can see, this player just throws out a counter at completely unexpected moments. No panic, no pattern, just pure randomness. And the tricky part, they can change their style at any moment. 1 second, they're using counters randomly, and the next, they're spamming it while getting attacked or when they're low on health. And that's exactly why I call them the unpredictable. As you guys can see, he's setting up some tricky traps. He's either waiting to use counter after burning all his moves, or he's trying to catch me while I'm ragdolled, hoping I'll cancel the ragdoll with an M1 and get countered instead. At this part, I think he got a little panicked, so he just threw out the counter randomly. Now we have the counter spammer. These guys think counter is a combo breaker. They press it the moment they get hit, hoping to land it and keep using it more. As you guys can see, he starts using counter while I'm hitting him. There it is again. He's probably panicking because he's low on health. Now that we've seen these counter users in action, let's break it down. How do you actually bait them and make them waste their counter? Well, each type of player falls into a pattern, and once you recognize their pattern, you can use it against them. Let me show you how. First up, the panicker. These players usually use counter when they're low on health because they're desperate to survive. The trick to baiting them is to keep applying pressure, make them feel like they have no way out, and then stop attacking right when you expect them to counter. Most players will also panic when they're low, and that affects their movement. Sometimes their actions become super predictable, making it easier for you to win. But in other cases, panic can also make them unpredictable, doing random moves out of desperation. Either way, understanding their fear gives you the advantage. Next, the counter spammer. These guys use counter while getting hit, hoping to land it. The trick to baiting them is to make them think you messed up your combo and left a tiny gap for them to use counter. For example, hit them with an M1, then suddenly stop attacking and back away. If they were mashing counter, they'll waste it right in front of you. Once they miss, that's your chance to punish them. But here's the problem. If they manage to land their counter, even once while getting comboed, it boosts their confidence. They'll start using it even more because they think it works. That's why you have to be careful and not fall for it. If you mess up and get countered, they'll keep trying it over and over. And finally, the unpredictable. These players just counter whenever they feel like it. The key here is patience. Watch their habits. Test when they like to counter, and don't be too aggressive. If you slow down and react instead of rushing in, you can still bait them. But here's the thing, they're not completely unpredictable. Sometimes they mix in habits from the counter spammer and the panicker, using counter mid-combo or only when they're low. And if you pay close attention, some of them actually develop a pattern without realizing it, which makes them much easier to bait. But remember, guys, this won't work every time. Once you bait them a few times, they might catch on and start changing how they use their counter, or even stop using it completely. That's why you have to adapt too. Keep adjusting, stay unpredictable yourself, and always remember, everyone adapts. All these tricks, knowing when players like to counter, setting up baits, and adapting to their habits, are what separate good players from great ones. The best players don't just fight. They analyze, adapt, and always stay one step ahead. So next time you face someone with a counter, don't just attack blindly. Watch, predict, and bait them into making mistakes. Also, here are some videos you might want to watch to improve even more. Check them out, and I'll see you all in the next video.